Welcome to another deep dive. We're going to be taking a closer look at Reflection AI.
Okay.
This is a platform that's creating a ton of buzz right now. Um, it's really looking to change things up in the AI world
It is.
by combining kind of the power of blockchain with AI model development and
Yeah.
trading. So we've got a detailed project overview to work with,
Yeah.
and our mission today is to help you really understand what Reflection AI is about,
Yeah.
what's all the hype about, and what kind of impact could it have on the AI landscape going forward. And there are some really exciting elements here, especially when
Yeah.
we think about things like their Telegram-based mini app, a decentralized marketplace, and even a DAO for developers.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how they're trying to democratize AI in a way and really empower developers and users.
Yeah.
It's not just about technology. They're also looking to address some fundamental problems
Yeah, let's talk about
in the AI space right now.
what are some of the limitations that Reflection AI is targeting? What are they trying to solve?
Well, I think one of the biggest concerns right now is the centralization of AI development.
Okay.
So you have a few really big players
Right.
that control most of the data and the models. And that raises concerns about data privacy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could
Yeah.
stifle innovation, right?
Exactly.
Heh.
It creates barriers for smaller developers
Yeah.
who might have brilliant ideas,
Yeah.
but they don't have the resources to compete.
Yeah, so somebody could have an amazing model
Right.
that could be groundbreaking, but if they don't have the same marketing budget or reach
Exactly.
as these major players, it just kind of gets lost in the noise.
And for users, I think it's really difficult sometimes
Yeah,
to find the right AI tools
Mm.
because, it's a pretty technical field.
for sure. And it's hard to navigate, right?
It is.
Like, how do I even know what I'm looking at? So
Right.
how does Reflection AI tackle all of this? They keep mentioning blockchain.
Yeah, blockchain is at the core
Yeah.
of their solution. They're basically leveraging blockchain to build what they call a decentralized, secure, and transparent ecosystem for creating, sharing, and trading AI models.
Okay.
And what's really key here is user ownership of data and models.
Okay, but that's the why, right?
Yeah.
How does blockchain actually, like, fix those problems that we just talked about?
Well, think of it this way. A blockchain is essentially a digital ledger that records every transaction and piece of data in a way that's permanent,
Okay.
transparent, and can be audited. So it cuts out the middleman.
Oh, interesting.
Developers can access this global market directly,
I see.
and users have more choices when it comes to AI tools.
And because everything is recorded on this public ledger, there's a higher level of accountability.
Absolutely. That transparency builds trust,
Yeah.
and it really encourages collaboration between developers and users.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how the pieces fit together here, but let's dig into some specifics. Like,
Sure.
you mentioned a decentralized marketplace, and that really caught my attention. Yeah.
Because it sounds kind of like an app store, but for AI models.
Yeah, you could say that. It's a platform where you can buy, sell, or even rent AI models
Wow.
using Reflection AI's native token, 3CT.
So if I need a model for something specific, like, I don't know, image recognition, natural language processing, it's all just right there for me.
It's all there, easily accessible.
So let's say I'm a doctor and I'm in a really rural community and I need access to like a specific model to analyze medical images. I wouldn't be limited by my location, right? I could still find it, maybe even rent it.
Yeah, you're not limited by geography or access to these large institutions. You could potentially find and utilize that model through Reflection AI's marketplace.
That's really cool. Like it really opens up the possibilities for, so many different fields.
Absolutely. And then there's this thing called the mini app store.
Right. How is that different from just the marketplace?
So the marketplace is where you find these individual models.
Yeah.
The mini app store is more about combining multiple models.
Like building blocks to create your own custom applications.
So it's kind of next level, right?
Exactly.
You can not only just get the models that you need, but you can actually create something new out of them.
You can become a creator.
So it's not just providing the tools, it's also fostering a whole community
Right.
of building and innovating around AI.
And to further that, they have this thing called the DieDQuest platform.
Okay, I was wondering about that. What is a DieDQuest platform?
So it's kind of like a gamified way to contribute to AI development.
Oh.
So users can participate in tasks that help train AI models, like labeling images, translating text, and they earn rewards in the process.
So it's kind of like a win-win, right?
Yeah,
It benefits the users by giving them rewards, but it also helps the platform by improving the accuracy of all
yes.
these models.
And then we can't forget about the AI-powered DAO.
Okay, yeah, I'm really curious about this. This is like a big part of, a lot of crypto projects these days. But how does this DAO actually work within Reflection AI?
So the DAO is essentially the heart of the governance system for Reflection AI.
Okay.
Users can actually propose changes to the platform,
Oh, wow.
vote on those proposals,
Yeah.
and really shape the direction of the project.
So it's like a real community-driven
It is.
development platform.
It is. It
Got
gives
it.
the community a voice,
Yeah.
ensures that Reflection AI remains a platform that serves its users.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. The marketplace, the mini app store, the DI Quest platform, and the AI-powered DAO. It's like a whole ecosystem for everything AI.
It's very comprehensive.
But I feel like we need to talk about the Tor CT token, right? Like this is the fuel that powers the whole thing.
Absolutely.
So let's get into the tokenomics here. How have they designed this to, support and incentivize participation in the ecosystem?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more than just raising funds.
Right.
It's about encouraging active participation
Okay.
and rewarding those contributions across the whole ecosystem.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does it all work?
Well, so there's a total supply of 1 billion ACT tokens,
Okay.
and these are distributed strategically to ensure sustainable growth and to incentivize, the right behaviors.
Okay, how's that distribution structured?
So a significant portion, 50% is dedicated to node and user rewards.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So think of it as like earning interest
Okay.
while you're actively contributing to the AI ecosystem.
Oh, interesting.
So users who stake their tokens or
Mhm.
provide computing power to the network, they're rewarded.
Gotcha. So it's encouraging them to be more than just like passive holders of the token.
Exactly.
They're actually like participating in securing and strengthening the network.
Precisely. Then there's 15% allocated to the development team,
Okay.
and that vests over 4 years.
Okay.
So it's a long-term vesting schedule.
Makes sense.
It keeps the team incentivized to really build a successful platform.
Right. It aligns their interest with the long-term success of everything.
Right. And then we have another 15% that goes to DAO governance rewards, which, again, encourages community involvement in shaping the future
Yeah.
of the platform.
Yeah.
Then 8% is dedicated to, boosting ecosystem contribution.
Okay.
Things like airdrops, developer rewards, and then a small percentage, 2%, is allocated to advisors,
Okay.
which vests over 4 years. 5% goes to institutional investors
Love it.
with a gradual release over 2 years
Okay.
to help attract those strategic partners
Yeah.
and ensure balanced distribution.
And what about just like a healthy market
Right.
for the token itself?
Yeah, so that final 5% is reserved for liquidity support.
Okay.
So making sure that things run smoothly
Yeah.
in terms of the trading of the TraceCT token.
Okay, so it's a pretty well thought out distribution,
Yeah.
and it addresses like a lot of different stakeholders, but it also seems to really encourage participation
Exactly.
and growth within the ecosystem.
Yeah, but the real value of a token is in its utility,
Right.
right? It can't just be a speculative asset.
Yeah.
You got to have use case.
So what can I actually do with PerCT?
Well, you can use it to buy, sell, or even rent AI models in the marketplace.
Okay.
You can stake it to earn rewards and participate in governance.
Right.
And you can even use it to access premium features and services within the platform.
So it really is a utility token
It is.
that underpins this whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it's not about holding and hoping.
Yeah.
It's about participating
Right.
and
It's
contributing.
about being a part of something.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about the roadmap? I mean, they've already accomplished a lot.
They have. It's impressive.
A very short amount of time.
Yeah, they've really hit the ground running, especially considering they just launched, what, like a month ago?
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, they've already launched the Telegram mini app, which is a
Yeah.
really smart way to get people into this whole concept of
Yeah,
decentralized AI.
it's like meeting people where they are.
Exactly. In a very user-friendly way.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. So what's next?
Well, the AI model marketplace is set to be completed Q3 of 2024.
Okay.
This is where it gets exciting.
Yeah.
You'll have this platform.
Uh-huh.
Developers can showcase.
Right.
Users can find the tools they need,
Yeah.
all facilitated by the TraceCT token.
So this could be really big for especially smaller developers who
Absolutely.
haven't had that access to this
Right.
huge audience.
Levels the playing field.
Yeah. And after that.
Then in Q4 of 2024, we have the launch of the AI mini app ecosystem
Oh, wow.
and the developer DAO.
Okay, so we talked about the mini app store, but what about this developer DAO? What is that going to look like in practice?
So this will empower developers to be directly involved
Okay.
in the governance and development of the platform.
Good.
They can propose new features, vote on important decisions,
Yeah.
really shape the future of Reflection AI in a truly collaborative way.
So it's almost like they're building a community
Yeah,
where the developers are like core members.
they are.
They're not just like contributors.
Yeah.
They're shaping the whole direction of things.
Absolutely.
Think that this-
Q1 of 2025,
Okay.
official platform launch.
Big day.
This is when Reflection AI really opens its doors to the world.
Mark your calendars.
Yes. And then they're planning to introduce things like DApp certification
Okay.
and listing processes
Right.
to ensure, quality and security of the applications.
Yeah, we need those safeguards,
We do.
especially as it grows.
Exactly. Build that trust and transparency.
Right. Yeah. So beyond just the official launch, it sounds like they're looking to really expand
Yeah.
the ecosystem, diversify those revenue streams.
Absolutely. They're looking to expand the types of models offered, from computer vision
Right.
to natural language processing to predictive analytics.
So they're starting with this foundation,
Right.
but they're really looking to like broaden the scope
Yeah.
of AI capabilities that they can offer.
They're going to be implementing things like flexible access options, subscriptions,
Right.
rentals, one-time purchases.
So it really does make it accessible
Yeah.
to, different budgets, different
Absolutely.
levels of technical expertise.
Yeah. And they're also planning things like hackathons and developer conferences,
Oh, cool.
to really foster that innovation and community growth.
That's awesome. And this is all on the TON blockchain.
It is.
So I'm curious about that. Why TON? What advantages does that bring to the table?
Well, TON, which stands for the Open Network, boasts this massive user base
Okay.
of over 800 million monthly active users on Telegram.
Wow.
So by leveraging TON,
Yeah.
Reflection, AI gains access to this huge market.
Right.
It taps into a really robust blockchain ecosystem that focuses on scalability
Okay.
and low transaction fees.
So it's a smart move.
It is.
It really positions them for rapid growth
Yeah.
and wider adoption.
Exactly. And it aligns with their vision of making AI accessible to everyone.
Yeah, they don't have to build everything from scratch.
Right. They can focus on their core mission,
Ex-
which is developing this robust and user-friendly platform
Yeah.
for decentralized AI.
Okay, I'm really starting to see the full picture here.
Yeah.
We talked about the problem, the solution, and the specifics of the platform. The token model, the roadmap.
Mhm.
This is a really exciting project.
It is.
But, before we go too far down this, rabbit hole of the technical details and the plans for the future,
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about data privacy.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah, this is a huge concern for a lot of people these days.
It is.
So how does Reflection AI approach that?
Yeah. Well, they've taken a multifaceted approach.
Yeah.
First, they're leveraging blockchain's inherent security features.
Okay.
So everything, all those transactions, all that data, it's recorded on this, immutable and transparent ledger.
Right, so it's really hard to tamper with.
It's incredibly difficult to tamper with or steal information.
So that decentralized nature is already kind of built in as a protection.
Right, exactly. It's not like a central database that can just be hacked.
Right, yeah.
But beyond that, users have control over the
Right.
data.
Yeah.
They decide how it's used and who it's shared with.
So even if I'm, participating in the marketplace or the DeedID Quest platform, I still own my data.
You own it, you control it.
Okay.
And they've even implemented privacy-preserving computation techniques.
Okay, now you're getting a little technical for me. What are privacy-preserving computation techniques?
It's basically a set of methods that allow AI models to be trained on encrypted data.
Oh, interesting.
So the underlying data remains protected,
Even in the training process.
even during training.
Wow, so even if I'm collaborating on a project or using a model from the marketplace, my data is still private.
It's secure, it's private. They're really taking this seriously.
Yeah.
They're building a system that empowers users, but also upholds these high standards for data protection.
Okay, that's good to know. Because like we said, it's a big concern for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of step back for a minute and think about the big picture here.
Yeah.
What does all of this decentralized AI,
Mm-hmm.
where could this lead us?
Well, imagine a world where
Yeah.
access to these AI tools isn't just for large corporations or
Right. Yeah, yeah.
institutions.
It's for everybody.
It is. Anyone with an internet connection could potentially use AI
Yeah, to solve problems, to create new
to
things.
challenge existing systems even.
Yeah.
It's really about what reflection AI is working towards this future where
Right.
innovation is not limited.
It's for everyone.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Think about what that could do for, like, healthcare,
Healthcare,
education,
education,
finance.
finance, art, entertainment.
Yeah, like, imagine the possibilities.
Yeah, breakthroughs in medical research.
More personalized learning experiences.
Absolutely. More equitable financial systems.
Yeah.
And like you said, just this surge of creativity
Yeah.
fueled by these AI-powered tools.
Yeah, because right now it feels like it's all coming from the same places, right?
Right. But decentralized, it could come from anywhere.
Yeah.
Individuals, small teams, communities.
It's not just about, like, the economics and the technology of it.
Right.
It's also about, like, social good.
Exactly. You can use it to address things like climate change,
Right.
poverty.
We could create, like, more sustainable and just systems.
Yeah, harnessing that power for good.
Yeah. But like anything, there's also challenges, right?
Of course there are.
What are some of the concerns that we should be thinking about?
Well, one big challenge is just ensuring responsible development
Yeah.
and use of AI. So we need ethical frameworks.
Okay.
We need governance systems in place.
Right, to make sure it's not misused.
Exactly.
It's not enough to just like develop the tech.
Yeah.
We have to think about like the implications of it as well.
Yeah, and there are concerns about bias.
Right, because AI is only as good as the data it's trained on.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we're addressing those potential biases
Right.
and make sure it doesn't create or reinforce inequalities.
And then obviously people are worried about jobs.
Jobs.
Like as AI gets better, it's probably going to automate some things.
Yeah. So we need to think about that.
Yeah.
Think about those potential workforce disruptions.
And make sure that those people are taken care of.
Absolutely.
So it's like anything, there's a lot of good,
Right.
but we have to be mindful of like the potential downsides.
We do. We have to approach it with this balanced perspective,
Yeah.
recognizing both the potential,
Yeah.
but also the challenges.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into reflection AI,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said earlier.
Mm.
You asked, what role will you play in this emerging landscape?
It's a good question for everyone to consider.
Yeah, because we can't just sit back and watch this happen.
Right. Will you be an observer or a participant?
Yeah.
Will you embrace the possibilities
Yeah.
or shy away?
Yeah, the choices we make now are going to determine like what this all looks like.
Exactly.
So for everybody listening, explore this further.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
Yeah.
Think about how you can be a part of it.
It's just the beginning. This Web3 AI revolution for Reflection AI is certainly leading the charge.
Yeah, and it's up to us to decide how we fit into it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining us
Thank you.
on this deep dive into Reflection AI.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you found it insightful, thought-provoking, and until next time, stay curious
Yeah.
and keep exploring.